Hi, air signs. We're going to get started with a collective reading on what you can expect during the Mercury retrograde. So this is for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Mercury retrograde starting today, June 29th through July 23rd. So let's see what's coming in for air signs during this time. And the Mercury retrograde is in Cancer. All right, let's see what's coming in for air signs. If you're interested in your own personal reading, you can book on my website, intuitivecake.com, or book through one of the links linked in my link tree in my bio. All right, air signs. What's coming in for air signs during the Mercury retrograde? Okay. Strength, third eye chakra, sacral chakra, and broken heart. I feel like you're receiving some type of clarity after like a disappointing situation. So this feels like this is something that's already happened prior to the Mercury retrograde. And there will be a sense of like clarity on how to move on, how to move forward. Maybe a plan, idea. Going into this period during a Mercury retrograde, you could be a little lost, confused. Seeking some type of clarity, seeking some type of guidance, maybe caught between your head and your heart when making certain decisions. And I feel like during this time, there could be like something that's actually cleared and almost bringing you clarity. So for some people during this time period, it could be a little bit more confusing or cause delays or cause confusion. But I feel like if you already have experienced that prior to this, like the last month or so, this could actually give you a little bit more clarity and insight on what you're supposed to be doing. You could actually have more breakthroughs or things come in with this strength and third eye energy coming out. What else for air signs? Yeah, angel of balance and blossoming abundance. Exactly. I'm getting the confirmation of that. So something actually seems to be working out or balancing out. It seems like you're coming out of confusion. What might be a challenging or hard time for others during this period could actually bring in some type of relief for you. Yeah, you have rest and rejuvenation here, strategy. Yeah, it's like you have a little bit more, you have a little bit more insight, more clarity on what you're supposed to be doing. You could be finally getting answers to manifestations or signs or things that you've been putting out. Finally getting the answers that you need in order to move forward. So in air signs too, you tend to be in your head. It's also, very big on communication and things like that. So I feel like you're going to receive the mental clarity that you need during this time. What else for air signs? You have throat chakra and cornucopia. There could be a time too, which with the Queen of Swords and King of Swords energy, air signs are very clear, precise, direct. So there may be a time that you have to stand your ground or be mindful of communication, speak your mind with something. Also to speaking your truth when it comes to things that are making you happy, that is bringing satisfaction into your life. So you might have to be very stern and direct in order to have the stability or have a manifestation come in. Yeah, contract. So this looks like maybe money coming in, a job, being mindful of contracts, things like that during this time. Looking over things, standing your ground with contracts or money or job situations. Making sure nobody is trying to get over on you. Yep, guarding at the gate. But overall, I feel like there's an opportunity that's kind of coming in that you've been waiting on, that you're going to be receiving during the Mercury retrograde. Definitely by the end of it, as we get closer to Leo season. Angel of love and root chakra. I get an energy too that it's like whatever this is that you've been waiting on, it's like once it does finally come in, you could need some time to still process, that you don't have to worry or think about this anymore. It's almost like really coming to terms with the fact that this situation or this issue has finally been figured out. Like, you could be so used to being worried or kind of confused or anxious that you may need some time to really, like, for it to set in that this situation has been resolved, or you got the manifestation that you've been waiting on, or you have the right path or clarity on how to move forward. So I feel like what this is saying is, once things do start to shift, your reality does start to shift, you have to work on shifting your mindset as well, and not being so much in your head, which it could be a challenge for air signs, because again, they tend to be in their head at times. And focus on what's happening in the moment, and not so much fear or anxiety. There we go. Fear, anxiety of what's to come in the future. This root chakra card coming out. Also, grounding is going to be very important for y'all. So going outside and grounding can help give you clarity. Meditating, things like that, to clear your mind. I feel like the biggest thing for air signs during a retrograde, Mercury retrograde, is trying to have a positive mindset and clearing their mind. Anything else for air signs? Anything else for air signs? Healer of the Ages and the Thinking Woman, which makes me think about air signs as well. What else? Attachment. Yeah, I get you're gonna have to change a mindset. If you've been stuck in a negative mindset, it's like, even once this path is open, even once this manifestation comes in, like, one, showing gratitude and making sure that you're not, like, almost like if you have PTSD, or you're just so used to things maybe not working out, or it's like something may feel surreal, but that it actually happened, something that you've been waiting on for a while. Making sure you're shifting your mindset and not still keeping a negative mindset or having that negative attachment, because it could block further manifestations at this time. So be very cautious with that. Don't be in your head too much, or find ways to kind of clear your mind as things start to shift for you. But I feel like things are actually going to get better for those that have been kind of in limbo or confused or stuck and stagnant. Things seem to kind of shift for you during the Mercury retrograde. You just kind of need to be ready for it, and don't self-sabotage by, focusing on the past or focusing on the negative. Let's see what else. These are going to be soul journey cards, so you can use these as affirmations during this time, but it's basically what your soul wants you to know. What does air signs soul want them to know? What does air sign soul want them to know? One more. Okay. We have death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So changes, transformations, things like that. A cycle closing out. To begin a new cycle. Just don't be like resistant to that change and being stuck, because that could cause blockages. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So again, paying attention. This is the first thing that came out really was third eye chakra. So having a clear mind, so you can be able to listen to your intuition and know what your intuition is telling you. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than love. And then humor here too. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So trying to remain positive is what I'm getting overall. I do feel like this could be indicating to something positive, shifting, something positive coming in for you that you've been waiting on. So again, trying to remain positive before it arrives. Try to remain positive once you get it, and show gratitude. And don't just like let's say if you've been wanting a job and you do finally get the job, and then you don't even acknowledge like, okay, I'm glad I finally got this job. I've been waiting or whatever, showing gratitude. Instead, you just get the job and immediately start worrying about how often you have to work, or worrying about how you're going to pay this thing or that thing, instead of looking at the bright side of, I'm glad I even received this opportunity, so I can be in a position to take care of certain things. So being mindful of your mindset and showing gratitude. Let's see. We're going to pull some angel numbers. What angel numbers could the air signs be looking out for during the Mercury retrograde? What angel numbers? Let's do 2. Give me 2 angel numbers for air signs. Okay. Number 1 here, we got 999. This is about completion here, and 222. 999, spiritual realm, loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm, growth, and solutions. So there's that part if you want to pause it and read it. And then we have 222, wonders, great transformation, major changes, opportunity, fast-paced forward, and process. So this is showing, again, this is kind of confirming as I skim through it, the messages, the things that I've already picked up. Something's changing. A cycle's closing for air signs. And it's going to be balancing things out. Is going to be better for you during this retrograde. But you have to be ready for it. And you have to, like, don't add on extra blockages or resistance by not keeping your mind clear. All right, and then lastly, we're going to pull 2 of these. Anything else they need to know for the Mercury retrograde, the air signs? Anything else air signs need to know for the Mercury retrograde? Okay, well, we got understanding. Understanding is the key to deep connections. And then rebirth, every end is a new beginning. It keeps showing this here too. This rebirth energy is very similar to death. Something's ending, something's closing out. There's going to be a new start, new beginning. Maybe processing, understanding why you had to go through what you went through, accepting it, but really coming to terms with this change is coming in. Things are going to be different, and maybe not fearful of certain things going wrong or certain issues popping back up again. Something's supposed to be phased out. It's almost like your mind needs to catch up to that, though. Your mind needs to catch up to the reality, so it's not blocking more manifestations and positive things from coming in for you. So that's what I'm getting overall for air signs. If this resonated, please comment down below. Also, again, if you're interested in your own personal reading, you could book on my website, intuitivekate.com, or go to the link tree in my bio.